It is not often that you will find the name of deep state or the involvement of deep state in something like, for example, these alphabet soup organizations such as the IAMC. But we happened to stumble upon one such instance where a member of the Club of Rome was actively involved in the alphabet soup organizations. Also, a whole bunch of new organizations are coming up, and I wanted to bring you up to date on all these things. So this is going to be a new special, and it also involves Mr. Mohammad Zubair, who is allegedly now the fact checker for the state of Karnataka, according to its IT minister Priyank Kharge, the son of IANC's president Mallikarjun Kharge. If he had the option, he would have handed over the kings of the kingdom too. But anyway, I guess we were saved from that happening. But Mr. Zubair is now taking pot shots at ANI, Smita Prakash's entity. Here he's trying to blame them, and he calls ANI the propaganda news agency. I mean PNA, but then and the bracket he says ANI. Well, nice turn of phrase, but nobody is falling for it because you yourself are neck deep in nefarious organizations who are all only too happy to retweet what garbage you put out, Mr. Zubair. So what are the entities that are doing it? For starters, the Indian American Muslim Council, and this has actually been slapped with UAPA. And what is UAPA? It is the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. Why did they do that? Because Indian American Muslim Council, the largest US-based advocacy organization of Indian American Muslims, has started playing victim card after its social media account with 101 others have been charged under the UAPA by the Tripura police. IAMC's social media handles have been shut down in India, at least one set of them. There are always new things coming up. Now, there is the other organization, Justice for All, US-based Jamaat organization led by Pak's Abdul Malik Mujahid, and he is an ex-leader of Jamaat, and he's also headed the ICNA, the Islamic Circle of North America. Islam has to be there, America has to be there, and sometimes Indians also will be there, and sometimes Muslims also will be there. This is the same thing again and again and again and again. You'll see some new organizations with a similar kind of a rearrangement of these words. They think nothing of promoting or glorifying terrorists such as Salahuddin and also many Islamic criminals as war heroes. They don't even bat an eyelid. And in between all this is the guy who founded it, that is Abdul Malik Mujahid. You can see in this chart here, jigsaw here, Justice for All right in the middle. And then you can see all these other organizations that are being spawned from there. Stand with Kashmir, DOTO, and so on and so forth. Let's take a look at how or where he worked before he became this. He was part of the Islami Jamiat-e-Talaba, and that was from October 1975 to September 1977. So Syed Salahuddin Ahmad was the Supreme Commander, Hizbul Mujahideen, and he was the Kashmir chairman of United Jihad Council. This man was completely in cahoots with them. Next in line, Indian Muslim Federation, founded in 1969, worked with Khalistani 𝙥𝙤𝙤𝙤 J.S. Chauhan, for his ops against Indira Gandhi. In 2020, that is just 3 years ago, it organized protests outside the Indian High Commission where pro-Khalistan and Kashmir separatism slogans were raised. Now, there's an interesting backdrop here. The Mr. Chauhan has revealed that he was funded by Muslim Brotherhood. Here is a news item from a long time ago. The more important thing here is the Muslim Brotherhood International, who operates out of London, Indian Muslim Federation, and the International Islamic Center in London. So Indian Muslim Federation, International Islamic Center, IIC. There is also an India International Center in New Delhi, the watering hole for many journalists, including myself. Sometimes I do go there. Then there is this new organization, South Asia Solidarity Group, SASG, is one of the organizers of India on Brink. For them, India is always on the brink. The minorities are always being threatened, except that these are the people who are crying victim outside. They are some of the ones who are actually, inciting them to do whatever it is that they are doing. And this SASG, gives space to 𝙒𝙖𝙩𝙤𝙦, the husband of Hafsa Kanjwal, also the protege of convicted ISI mole Ghulam Nabi Fai. So here is one such event, book launch and discussion of hostile homelands, the new alliance between India and Israel. I don't think there was any new alliance. There has been an alliance for a long, long time. But anyway, who's going to argue with Mr. 𝙒𝙑𝙤𝙦? Here is a new one, UK Indian Muslim Council, IAMC, and it is a newly created front which was registered in January 2023, hardly 6 months ago, and inaugurated in March. Not surprising that the same usual faces, the same usual suspects are there to launch yet another front. Look at the names. UK IMC's 5th March, they have a conference here, and you can see the same set of people who have been there before. All of them, this is in Leicester. Of course, Leicester, where else? These people have completely taken over some of these parts of United Kingdom. And then you have another one, Muslim Public Affairs Committee, MPAC, and another UK-based front harboring Pak's propaganda against India. They get annually active in August to promote Kashmir secession call because, you know what? On August 5th, 2019, Article 370 was abrogated. Espousing communal hatred via sharing instigating videos on pretext of Islamophobia in India. Then there are other Jamaat fronts, HFHR, Sunita Vishwanath, FTLS, again Sunita Vishwanath. She's an advisor at FTLS. So what is FTLS? Foundation, the London Story, FTLS. Sounds grand, right? HFHR, Hindus for Human Rights. All these things are controlled, funded by the same set of alphabet soup organizations. You should look at the board of directors of HFHR, not one Hindu in there. Now, of course, now they may add one or two because a lot of people are observing this and saying, wait a minute, you are saying Hindus for human rights, there's not even a single Hindu on the board. You figure, guys. Now, the FTLS, London Society, but it is based out of Netherlands. And we have already done one other episode on this. So you can go back and look at Sunita Vishwanath episode. We touch upon this there. But these people also are partnering with Pak Front, Stand with Kashmir. Again, that also was covered there. In the boycott campaign of G20 event in Kashmir. I think that's when I had covered it. That they are all trying to do something about, trying to see if they can keep people out of Srinagar. But then that event went off successfully. Everybody is back. Now the next G20 summit is going to take place where the heads of state are going to be coming to New Delhi. September, they have a new building that has been built for this purpose. Now you can imagine that this stuff will start heating up in the next few weeks. You will see nothing but venom that will be spewed, and there will be also more skirmishes like the Mewat or the Manipur. There will be more skirmishes. We are living in interesting times, so I'll keep you posted on all that stuff. So what is this? Here you have Justice for All, then Jamaat-e-Islami. Jamaat-e-Islami is the bigger organization. From there it comes Justice for All, and from there smaller places. So all these things again and again, same set of individuals, new fronts, new names, but doing essentially anti-India, anti-Hindu, anti-Modi, and soon maybe they even start anti-PGurus stuff because we have been causing so much damage to them. Here is the other interesting thing. Scottish Indians for Justice. Oh, they forgot Muslims. I don't know why. But SIJ has been part of protests and letter campaigns alongside IAMC and HFHR allies. It is one of the 70 signatories who supported IAMC when it was called out for its Pak and Simi links. SIJ founder Umair Ullah Khan is on supervisory board of FTLS, in which Sunita Vishwanath is also associated. Same thing again and again. I don't know when they're going to get tired or when FBI is going to bust them up. I'm expecting something to happen, guys. NYSCC is another organization. This is led by Reverend Peter Cook. He's also an advisor at FIACONA, and I'll tell you what exactly that means. This is another place. This may be a dotted line relationship with the alphabet soup organization, but they love to bash India. This is more of an anti-Hindu narrative, and they also don't like the fact that Modi government has come in the way of banning a lot of the FCRA. Now they have to find more creative ways, like for example, whatever organization they want to feed money into, they will do a software project for a church in US, and then they pay them the funds, and that gets used for conversion. Allegedly, I don't know, I don't have proof, but this is another way that they are doing it. A lot of things are happening, very difficult to trace, but one thing that needs to happen is conversion pan-India has to be banned. And this has to be looked at, and the law must be implemented with the strictest sense of the word, and also it has to be quick and it has to be across various religious lines. Anyway, let's go on. The list goes on and on. There are more people. The so-called more than 35, also known as 72/2, civil organizations are nothing but multiple fronts created by the same set of Pakistan and Jamaat proteges. You can see here a whole bunch of names. I don't know if you can see it on your smartphone. You may want to put it in landscape mode to take a look at it, and then you can use your finger, pinch it, and try to get all the names. This is a fairly a big chart here. And then there is an old Muslim Brotherhood technique to create multiple fronts to give it a sense of grandiosity. Oh, you know what? We are a group of 20 different organizations. So when you put out a press release, right, this is where it starts sounding grandiose. And any press release today, whether it is against caste discrimination or Hindus or Modi or anything to do with India, that will be having 100 organizations signing. And if you observe closely, 20 of them will have the same signature because the same individual is sitting on 20 organizations. But that is Pakistan for you, and that is ISI for you. These people never tire. For them, they are being paid to do this thing. Most of us have other day jobs to do, but we find it fun to poke holes at all their arguments. And I'm hoping that somewhere along the line, people start laughing at them when they come out with yet another alphabet soup organization. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications.